Hello friend, my name is Victor and this is part 1 of the Fluent and Fit method. Today we're going to cover what an FTE is, how you can find out yours, why having one is important, the acceptance movement, and why you feel hopeless right now. Sounds good? Let's begin. What is an FTE? FTE stands for fuck this event. It is an experience so traumatic, so embarrassing that you would never want to experience it again. Or it may be a cycle of thinking that you got stuck in, or a dreadful period of your life. For most of us, stuttering is at the center of our own FTE. And I experienced just that at 16. I was antisocial, I hated school, I hated how my life was going, and stuttering was the root cause of it all. I'm actually going to write out my full FTE in one of the comments. Pause the video right now and take a look. I think you'll find it very inspirational. Now that you know my FTE, what's yours? It is important to be as honest as possible. A good sign that you're on the right track is that you start to get emotional just thinking about it, trying to relive the experience in your memories. I want you to grab a piece of paper or a notes app and write out that story, that memory in as much detail as possible. Have no filter, okay? Honesty is king here. Try to be as vivid as possible. Pause the video and do it right now. I'm sure that your brain just popped up some excuse. Disregard it. If you seriously can't put in 2 minutes of effort to do this, you won't improve stuttering. No matter what you see online, no matter what course you watch, no matter what speech therapy you try, if you can't put in 2 minutes of effort now, you won't improve. The next parts of this method are going to get harder. So this is going to be your first hurdle that you have to go through. So you have a piece of paper or a notes app open and you wrote down every part of your FTE. I want you to stick it up on your wall, in your journal, or best case, put it in one of the comments down below right now. You have done it? Let's move on. You're probably wondering why I made you dredge up some old and painful memories right now. Because we just put the foundation of your speech improvement journey. Because everything is better than reliving your FTE, right? That is by definition. And the FNF method is going to require a lot of hard work and discipline going forward. And so your FTE is going to be your source of motivation. Whenever you feel stuck, hopeless, you are going to think, oh, everything is better than doing nothing. Everything is better than reliving my FTE. Because you hated how you lived, or you currently live. Maybe you currently live in your FTE. And so if you actually currently do, this is even better. Use that motivation while it's fresh. The FNF method is going to be fruitful for only those who really want it, who aren't comfortable getting by with their stutter, who are obsessed, who are almost feral wanting improvement. Because I was, and I'm sure as hell certain that if you aren't, if stuttering is an inconvenience to you right now, it is not the biggest enemy in your life right now, I'm sure that you won't put in the effort needed. That's why also I have a coaching program where I will guide you throughout the whole story, the journey, I'll be your mentor And I will give you that motivation and discipline and accountability that you need. And act fast, of course. My time spots are limited, is the first link in the description. Also, don't sabotage your progress by giving into that accept your stuttering movement. Don't get me wrong, it will come naturally to you in the end game, but that's after you have improving yourself for like 2 or 3 years, after you have decreased your stutter a lot. That's when you will be proud that you stuttered in the beginning. But at the start, where you probably are right now, you need to treat it as an enemy. And just be truthful to yourself. You don't like how stuttering makes you feel. You don't like how it almost controls your whole life. You don't like how you hate going to school because of it. You don't like how you spend so much time thinking about it. You don't like how you can't even say your name without worrying about it. You don't like how you hate presentations. You don't like how you can't even express yourself without worrying. And you don't want to give in to that sad life forever, right? You don't want to keep living like this forever. This is what the accept your stuttering movement is about. Okay? So disregard it. Admit it. If it was a community like this accepting your stutter movement, you would want to get as fast as possible out of it, alright? Admit it. You don't like having a stutter. That is normal, that is fine. If you have any bows or confidence for the girls watching. You have to take full responsibility for your stuttering and work into making solutions, not surrendering. You have to take full responsibility for everything. Let's move on. However, I know feeling hopeless is the more enticing option to you right now. It is completely understandable that if stuttering had been with you all your life, then you would feel hopeless. Even I did at 16. I read a bunch of articles saying that if stuttering had been cured by the early stages of your life, then it would probably remain with you for the rest of your life. But that shouldn't really be the goal anyways, curing your stutter. Getting as close to perfect fluency as possible should be. Getting jacked, being the most confident person that you can be, being the best communicator in the room. That should be your goal. And that is possible. However, I have been in your shoes. Right now, these dream outcomes that I'm saying seem far in the future. They can't help you now. Because you have no hope, right? Here's a solution. Right now, imagine that in your mind there is a metaphorical switch. That's the switch of hope. Right now it is turned down. Why? Because for all of your life you have been stuck in this cycle of negative experiences after negative experiences. So that may be because of your stutter. Like you went through an embarrassing period or traumatic period in your life so often that you have developed the notion that speaking confidently is impossible for you. Seems close to reality, right? But here's the thing. If you see one tiny little grain of improvement, one small change from the usual, that switch is going to go up. It's going to flip up. You're going to have more hope than you can ever imagine. You're going to go feral. You're going to go obsessed. And this is where the second part of the method comes in. Fluent and fit. Fitness is going to give you that little nudge that you need to flip the switch. We are going to use bodybuilding, building muscles, building a good-looking body to get you the confidence and hope that you need in order to stick through with all of the difficult tasks that you need to do to fix your speech afterwards. But more on that later. Thus reached the end of part 1 of the Fluent and Fit method. Today, you learned what an FT is and know yours. You understand why most people in this speech improvement sphere don't make any progress. You know that you should desire improvement, not accept your circumstances. And you understand why you feel hopeless right now and how to change it. Thank you for watching. Next video, we're going to delve deeper into the negative beliefs that you might have about stuttering and dismantle them. Click here to continue the playlist. See you there.